Hello everyone. Welcome back to Thinktok, a channel where curiosity meets conversation and our thoughts collide. In this electrifying space, we don't just talk tech and lifestyle, we decode the language of innovation, unravel the mysteries of modernization, and bring you lifestyle insights that will revolutionize the way you live. From the latest gadgets to the most futuristic trends, we've got it all covered. So sit back and join us as we explore one of the most fascinating devices that began the revolutionization of communication by enabling global connectivity through technologies like satellite phones, television broadcasting, internet services, and data transmission as we know it today. But before we get into today's video, kindly smash that like button as it would help the channel immensely, and we can be able to make much more entertaining and enlightening videos for you. So, straight to the business of the day. I'm sure by now you'd have already guessed what today's video is on. Yes, satellites. In the 1800s, communication was greatly hampered due to high costs in siting telegraph wires and undersea cables for long-distance communication, and messages were not always 100% secure as they were easily interceptable. And even in the mid-1900s, when telephones were later invented, the same set of issues still persisted. It was a luxury available to only a relatively small amount of financially capable people. The earlier adopters of telephones were often businesses and wealthier individuals because the cost of installing telephone lines and equipments was substantial. In essence, satellites were needed to address challenges related to distance, geography, and the limitations of ground-based infrastructure like telegraph and undersea cables, how far they could reach, and how slow the communication became the longer the cables got. All these hindrances continued for over a century, which finally led to some of the brightest minds in science and technology at the time, coming together to make communication not just easier, but faster than it had ever been. Leading to the creation of the first two satellites ever launched in human history, both in year 1957. The concept of artificial satellites and the idea of using them for communication and other purposes can be attributed to several individuals over time. However, the practical implementation of artificial satellites and the launch of the first artificial satellite into orbit are credited to the Soviet Union. The first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, was launched by the Soviet Union on October 4, 1957. This historic event marked the beginning of the space age. Sputnik 1 was a simple radio transmitter that orbited the Earth and transmitted radio signals, demonstrating the feasibility of artificial satellites. Sputnik 1 orbited the Earth due to its initial velocity and the gravitational force of the Earth acting on it, so it didn't necessarily have its own means of navigation. It relied on the Earth's gravitational pull. Sputnik 2. Following Sputnik 1, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 2 on November 3, 1957. This satellite carried the first living being into space, a dog named Laika. While these early satellites were launched by the Soviet Union, the idea of artificial satellites had been proposed by various visionaries and scientists before the actual development and launch. Notable figures in the theoretical groundwork for satellite technology include Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, Hermann Oberth, and Arthur C. Clarke. Clarke, in particular, proposed the concept of geostationary satellites for communication purposes in a paper published in 1945. The development and use of satellites for various purposes, including communication, weather monitoring, navigation, and scientific research, expanded globally in the decades that followed Sputnik 1's launch. Multiple countries and organizations have since contributed to the advancement of satellite technology. Over the years, satellites have played a transformative role in communication, significantly improving global connectivity, speed, and reliability. One of the ways satellites have helped revolutionize communication is through global coverage. Satellites provide a wider span of global coverage, enabling communication in virtually almost any part of the world. This is particularly crucial for remote and underserved areas where traditional communication infrastructure is limited. Satellites have also enhanced long-distance communication to a point where you can reach anyone in any part of the world almost simultaneously. Satellites facilitate long-distance communication without the need for extensive terrestrial infrastructure. This is essential for international calls, data transmission, and broadcasting, allowing for seamless communication across continents. Compared to the communication of today, telegraph lines seem almost laughable, right? And it's all thanks to the bright minds who brought about the invention of satellites. Satellites also aid radio and on-air broadcasting for television and radio signals. Direct-to-home DTH satellite television, satellite radios, and other broadcasting services leverage satellites to reach broad audiences, including those in the rural and remote areas of the world. Satellites play a vital role in providing internet connectivity, especially in areas where laying cables or building terrestrial networks is impractical. Satellite internet services offer a viable solution for remote regions, ships, aircraft, and disaster-stricken areas. During disasters or emergencies, when ground-based infrastructure may be damaged or unavailable, satellites ensure continuity of communication. They are crucial for coordinating relief efforts, providing real-time information, and maintaining essential communication links. All these advantages and many more have established satellites as one of the most crucial innovations in recent times. Overall, satellites have revolutionized communication by overcoming geographical barriers, providing global coverage, and offering versatile solutions for various communication needs. The continuous advancements in satellite technology contribute to further improvements in communication capabilities. That is all for today. I trust you learned something new. And please don't forget to give the channel a thumbs up and drop a comment of what most intrigued you about today's video. See you all in the next one. Bye for now.